What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Royal Rumble 2025 pay-per-view predictions. Yes, it is back, the Royal Rumble. It is the day of the Royal Rumble, one of the best days / nights in the wrestling calendar. My favourite match of the year, my favourite stipulation, match type, whatever you want to call it, is tonight. We get two of them, the men's and the women's, and yeah, I'm going to run through my predictions. I'm going to jump into them right now, starting off with DIY, the current tag champions, taking on Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin of Motor City Machine Guns for the WWE World Tag Team Championships in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. This is really tough to call because they're two great tag teams, obviously. Motor City Machine Guns held the belts when they first came into the company and then dropped them to DIY, and then they've sort of been feuding ever since and led to this moment where the tag titles are on a pay-per-view for the first time since WrestleMania 40, which is huge, and it's the best 2 out of 3 falls match as well. So I'm hoping this goes 20-25 minutes at least, because it's going to be incredible. You know, this is a dream match for a lot of tag team wrestling fans out there, and I'm looking forward to it. Definitely, this is going to be a great one to, you know, keep the fans engaged probably after. Oh, I don't know. I don't really know what the order will be. I was assuming the women's rumble would be first, but we could have Cody versus Kevin kick off, followed by the women's rumble, and then the tag match, and then the men's rumble. I don't know, but this would be a great pick-me-up after a rumble match, whichever way it falls. If it comes second after the women's or third after the women's, I think it'd be fantastic. And I do think that Motor City Machine Guns will regain their titles here. I know I saw something about Johnny, like a homecoming for him on Monday or something. Is it in Cleveland? I don't know. But I might regret that. But yeah, I am going to go with the Motor City Machine Guns winning back their titles from Johnny and Tommy, Johnny and Tommaso Ciampa. This match is huge. I'm going to have to go into the Women's Royal Rumble just to take away from that for a second. So yeah, not as much of a build-up to this as the men's match, so not many entrants are confirmed. We've got Lyra Valkyria, the current Women's Intercontinental Champion, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bianca Belair, Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Bayley, and then we have Io Sky as well. Is Charlotte a confirmed entrant? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with that, but she is the favourite, and I do think she will win it. I don't think she should. Obviously, Charlotte versus Tiffany is the match it looks like they're going for. But if they have Charlotte as a face and Tiffany as a heel, that is not going to work. If they do that, they need to have... Well, if they don't do that, if they go ahead with a match, they need to have a double turn in there. Charlotte needs to be the heel in this match because no one likes her. I don't like her. I can't stand her. I think she's just a woman version of her dad, who's a creepy bastard at the best of times, you know, so... Not a huge fan of Charlotte. Just don't get it with her. Bit disingenuous. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. I don't want her to win. I think she probably will. She is the bookies' favourite. Second favourite is Io Sky, who I would love to see her win it. Obviously, she lost her title at WrestleMania 42. Bayley, who won it last year, isn't so high in the odds this year. But yeah, Io would be great. We saw in that someone asked Rhea who she'd like to face, and she said Io or Bianca, and they are two pretty high favourites for the match. Obviously, I still think that Bianca versus Naomi, they're the current tag team champions. Bianca versus Jade Cargill, when the whole Jade Cargill thing gets revealed, you know, who attacked Jade Cargill. I'm assuming it will be Naomi, right? I don't know how you then bridge into a WrestleMania match, whether that could be a triple threat between them, or I don't know, but I'm assuming maybe that sets up Naomi versus Jade at WrestleMania, and Bianca can be doing her own thing. You know, I think Io, Bianca, and Rhea would be a fantastic triple threat, but Io versus Rhea in itself would be incredible. I've got no doubt that we will see Rhea versus Bianca in the coming years, but they're two very over women. Very, obviously, Bianca's a huge babyface. I don't really see her as a proper heel. I think she's probably got it in her, but I don't know if the fans will buy her as that. Rhea can do the heel, but she gets a you know, she gets a much more babyface-like reaction, so I don't know how that'll work. But I am going to go with Charlotte, unfortunately. For my final four, I'm going to go with Charlotte, Io, Liv, and Bianca. Liv is a dark horse because, you know, she's came runner-up so many times in the Rumble, in the Elimination Chamber, and so on, that, you know, potentially. But, you know, that's going to lead to a rematch at WrestleMania. No one really wants to see that. For the most eliminations, I'm going to go with Jordynne Grace. Who is most likely going to be a surprise entrant, or sort of a surprise. She's leaving TNA, she's going to WWE, obviously, with the merger, not merger, but partnership and all that. So yeah, I see her being the most eliminations. Outside of that, other surprise entrants, I'm going to go with this woman over here, Nikki Bella. Brie, probably not so much, but Nikki, I do see that as a potential thing to happen, obviously. Just because of like some of the things she said in the press recently. I know the Bella twins became like the something or other twins. I can't remember what the name is because they've sort of wanted to ditch WWE and all that. But yeah, I don't really know much about it, but I can see her coming back. Obviously, the main one that will get a lot of the talk around the match is right there. AJ Lee, wife of CM Punk, obviously left the company at a similar time to CM Punk, final match at WrestleMania 31, if I'm correct there. So that'd be huge. Her coming out at number 30 has been something that's been teased for years, even more. Well, not teased, but like wanted and sort of hoped for years, and especially with Punk back. I don't know if I see it. It'd be great. But it's whether she wants to, you know. We've heard that she's very busy in different things. That could just be Punk throwing people off the scent. Maybe he'll go, right, don't come back the first year, why now I come back? Maybe the second year, maybe the third year, you know, we've got no idea. But that's what I'm going to go with. Charlotte is going to win the Rumble. Unfortunately, she's the bookie's favourite for a reason. She's a great wrestler. I won't take that away from her. She is a great wrestler. I think her and Rhea Ripley at 39 had the best women's WrestleMania match of all time. Thought that was pretty incredible. Some of the bumps in that were nasty. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that one. All I'm going to say. Said a lot. Which brings us on to Cody versus KO for the WWE Undisputed Championship, the Undisputed WWE Championship, and the Winged Eagle title. But we saw yesterday on SmackDown that Kevin Owens took the Winged Eagle title away. And this is a really tough one. I would really like to see Kevin win it, honestly. And I think I said that last time when he fought him. Can't remember when. Saturday night's main event, was it? And that's when we've seen Kevin take the new belt on because Cody sort of cheated to win. Well, he did cheat to win. And I would love to see Cody as a heel, which is part of why I would like to see him lose the title. But, you know, I think there's definitely some interesting avenues that you can go with it. We've seen CM Punk be involved with both of these men on Raw and SmackDown in the last week about a potential WrestleMania match if he does go on to win the Royal Rumble, which is the final match I'm going to get onto after this. And yeah, I think it's very interesting. Obviously, you can have that Punk match either way. Cody, you have a Roman rematch on the cards. We've heard John Cena thrown around, but I don't think that works so much. And The Rock, obviously. I mean, he killed that with the debut on Netflix. That really pissed me off. For God's sake, Dwayne, why would you do that? But I'll get on to him in a minute, obviously. He's going to be heavily involved in the discussion about the men's Rumble. But then Kevin Owens has the Sami Zayn option as well, which opens up another door. I would love to see the Winged Eagle title brought into use, into circulation, I suppose you could call it. But I don't see it happening. Obviously, Kevin took it off of the thing last night, which I don't know if that's their way of saying, no, we're not swapping titles, obviously, because it's a big W for the WWE. You're never getting rid of that title because it's just such a big brand image and everyone uses it for everything and it's recognizable and all that stuff, so they won't switch to the Winged Eagle. A modernized Winged Eagle would work perfectly, I think, and it's a great title, really looks prestigious. albeit it is a bit smaller, but it just needs scaled up a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Cody. I think it's the safe bet, honestly. We did think probably coming out of his match with Roman when he finally won the title and he finished the story that he would hold it until the next Mania at least, and I'm gonna stick by that. I think his story is definitely not over yet. Someone has to finish it for him. I don't think it's gonna be Kevin just yet, honestly. It's tough. I'd really like to see Kevin win the belt. Cody could win it back at the Elimination Chamber, but then I don't see the point in it. I really don't know. It depends who wins the Rumble as well and who gets onto that. So I'll leave that for a minute. I will give you my final answer in a few minutes' time. There is Gunther there, who will obviously also be affected by the Rumble winner because they could challenge him at WrestleMania, or he could have his title match on the line at Elimination Chamber. Where do I want to start? Here are the 15 confirmed entrants. We've got John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, LA Knight, Scott Steiner to replace Braun Breaker because I just can't find him anywhere, Penta or Pentagon Jr., Carmelo Hayes, Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio, Jey Uso, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Incredibly outdated figure, but I couldn't find my more updated one. So they're the 15 confirmed entrants. Obviously, we're going to have a lot more. Over here, I gathered together some expected entrants like Dominic Mysterio, Sheamus, Montez Ford, The New Day, Xavier, and Kofi, Santos Escobar, his best mate Carlito, The Miz, Damian Priest, Braun Strowman, Otis, Finn Balor, Jimmy Uso, Dragon Lee. Hopefully, I'd be really disappointed if he wasn't in it. Solo Sikoa, obviously, we've got to have that face off with Roman again, probably. Or maybe Jacob, who I think will be in it as well. He should be in this as well, but I don't have a figure. Pete Dunne, Andrade. Here are some surprise entrants potentially. I've got Austin Theory and Grayson Waller sort of over in that group, but you know, with them moving to NXT, that might free up a couple spaces. There are other tag teams that could be in it, you know, Pretty Deadly, Los Gaza, probably not. American Made, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of options, but I don't like tag teams in Rumbles. I think they just waste spaces. Everyone knows tag teams aren't going to win. So some other surprise entrants potentially. You've got Omos, who's obviously been over in Noah in Japan. That is in Japan, right? I've got that right, don't I? And is coming back probably for the Rumble. We've got Bronson Reed, who we don't know his injury status. Some NXT call-ups such as Tony D'Angelo, Wes Lee. We've got Bo Dallas representing Uncle Howdy, obviously. We've heard the Wyatt Six haven't been on TV because of injury problems. Speaking of injury problems, we've got Big E, who I would love to see Big E come back and throw out Xavier and Kofi. You know, you could potentially set up a triple threat match at WrestleMania if they do it. Nick Namath or Dolph Ziggler, obviously part of the TNA deal, him coming back, which also sees Joe Hendry, Jeff Hardy. I'm really hoping Jeff Hardy comes back. I've got Jeff Hardy over here, sorry, he should be here. Really want Jeff Hardy to come back. Joe Hendry seems like a dead cert to me. Another couple injury ones, we got Ilya Dragunov, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton, hopefully. Hopefully they come back from those. Ray Phoenix, just because he's not going to be there. Same with Aleister Black. Their non-competes have definitely not expired yet. Well, Ray Phoenix is still in contract. Tony won't let him go. But yeah, here is all of the contenders. Now we'll take out some. These guys aren't going to win it, unfortunately. Penta, I'd really like him to have a good showing. Same with Chad Gable. If I was the booker, I would be so tempted for Chad Gable to win the Royal Rumble and go on to face Gunther for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania and beat him. Honestly, that is what I would do. But in other fantasy bookings, like John Cena's fantasy booking, I did have Mr. Dwayne Johnson. Here's my bobblehead my brother got me. Mr. Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, to win it, with Cena going on to the Elimination Chamber to win that. I've seen Balafig say that he thinks Logan Paul will eliminate John Cena. I think he said that. Carmelo Hayes is a man that's been thrown around for Iron Man conversations. Ray Shinsuke, I don't like Shinsuke being in it. Same with Braun, sort of, because, you know, you've got a title, come on, man. Jay, not really got a chance, but here are your real contenders for me. Obviously, Rollins is a contender because of the level of star he is, but I don't see him winning. Drew, I also see his story being somewhere else for WrestleMania, potentially Roman Reigns. That is a match we could have. Obviously Roman is a huge element in this match. You know, he's going to square off against your Solo Sikoas, probably CM Punk, John Cena, Rollins, obviously, Jacob Fatu as well. You know, he's going to have stuff like that happen in the match, but I don't think he wins it. He is not going to take another main event of WrestleMania, and he isn't going to take another title opportunity or a title just yet, I don't think. I mean, potentially in the future he could, but I don't see it. Obviously, he's not really full-time anymore. He's more of a part-timer. I can see this match finally happening. Drew getting a big win over him. Drew could also fight Sammy at WrestleMania and get a big win over him. We don't know. There's a lot of moving parts. But these two I'm going to take out of the equation as well, which brings it down to who I think are my big three. Well, big two and Sammy. And The Rock, obviously, is a huge one. I'll bring in Heyman as well. Sammy, I think if Kevin Owens wins the Rumble, we have a higher chance of Sammy winning it than before. I still don't see it happening. Obviously, Sammy's never won a world title, which is pretty crazy. But I still don't see it happening, unfortunately. He's just an outside sort of bet. Cena, obviously a huge favourite. Not Bookie's favourite anymore. I mean, he is in some places. He isn't over here. On like Sky Bet and Ladbrokes and stuff like that. And I don't think he'll win it. I thought he would go on to win the Elimination Chamber and then challenge Gunther. Get Gunther out here. And obviously, after Punk's promo on Monday and now on Friday, you know, whoever wins out of KO and Cody Rhodes, it doesn't rule out CM Punk at all. Obviously, he's already called out Gunther for the World Heavyweight title before and said he wants the World Heavyweight title or stuff like that. And, you know, you've got to think, if it gets down to the final two, like some people think it will, between Roman and Punk, that Paul Heyman, that favour is getting cashed in. CM Punk is going to go to headline WrestleMania. We've seen people mention CM Punk main event in WrestleMania a few times now, and I think it has to happen this year because of that. I think Cena's story is in the Elimination Chamber. I think Punk's is in the Royal Rumble. Obviously, though, it's gonna be whatever this bold twat wants, isn't it? The final boss, the board, the man on the board of directors can do what he wants. He can take the WrestleMania main event from CM Punk away again, as he has been known to do in the past, and he's taken other main events away from him since, like a Bad Blood, for no apparent reason. You know, just stopped the match of the year from being the main event. But yeah, I think if he turns up, he'll win. I don't see him not turning up. I don't see him turning up to lose, although that'd be good. You know, I'd gain a bit more respect for him. I do like him, obviously. It's all, you know, it's not really that deep. He's a bit of a twat for some of the things he's done, but, you know, I still like him generally. And I would gain some respect for him if he did come in the Rumble and get eliminated, especially by Punk. What a pop that would be. Imagine if Punk eliminates The Rock. I mean, Roman could eliminate The Rock, and then we get that match at Mania. That's something that I've not really thought about so much. I did think a while ago we would get Cody versus Rock at Mania, but obviously that stupid kayfabe killing move at the Netflix debut sort of put that in jeopardy. So I don't know. I think if The Rock shows up, he will win it. Other than that, I do think CM Punk will win it. And CM Punk will go on to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes. I think he faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. That's my answer. Kevin Owens is not going to win. Kevin Owens could fight Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, which could see, but we've got the Sami versus Drew thing potentially. But if not Sami, then Drew has Roman. Roman could also have Cody in a non-title match. He could also have The Rock. He could have Jacob. The Rock could have Cody, you could have Roman. Cody could have Punk or Roman or Rock. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I really don't know. But I am going to go with Cody Rhodes to retain his title, CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble, Charlotte Flair to win the women's Royal Rumble, sorry, and the Motor City Machine Guns to regain the tag team titles. That's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy the Royal Rumble. It's hard not to, because it is the best night of the wrestling calendar. I think the best single night of the wrestling calendar. That you can sort of bank on that, I think, because it's just a great match type that, you know, I have never not enjoyed a Royal Rumble. I think some people are more critical than I am. I'm fairly critical, but I think to an extent I always think the Royal Rumble will be good, stuff like that. And you know, so I'll definitely enjoy it. I hope you do too. Let me know your predictions down in the comment section below. I promise I will sort out this setup a bit more and have the titles and stuff and ladders for my reaction video. I think I will record my reaction video as I'm watching it, as it goes, and I'll give my actual like not play by play, but straight as it happens reaction to the Royal Rumble, because I am going to be organising my figures and stuff during it, hopefully to stay awake and to just get something out of it more than just watching it, and hopefully a bit of money if I do put any bets on, because Punk is over evens, so you know, if you put on a tenner you'd get back like 22 quid, which is, I mean, it's pretty good. Same with Cena, he's like 2 to 1, so if you put both of them on, then you've got a good chance of winning something. You know, if you put the same on the two of them, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. Put a couple of quid on The Rock, cover it all, maybe even Sammy, but I don't see that happening. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling because no one cares. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Enjoy the Rumble.